Jimmy, a 2-0 defeat out there today, how do you assess it as a whole?
Simply not good enough. For the first 20 minutes we started like we were still on the bus, on the team bus, on the coach. One of the things that I said to the boys in the build-up to the game was they're a high-energy team. They have energy. We've got to make sure that we strip that away, and at the bare minimum we match it. And I think we did that for large parts of the game. They're a high-pressing team. They want to jump over you and climb all over you. We knew that would be the case, and when that's the case, you have to work harder to free space and get on the ball. And then, not sometimes, but have a mentality that you have to manage the ball against pressure. And too many went hiding in that opening 20 minutes. The nature which we conceded the first goal, I don't think I've seen that in youth development football. I spent 17 years in youth development football. I don't think I've seen poor decision making to gift a goal as I did in that opening 20 minutes. I thought after that 20 minutes and you're a goal down, and sometimes you the pressure's off a little bit. I thought we grew back into the game. I thought we had some decent spells, some decent opportunities, but don't defend direct play well enough. They've probably spun, I'd imagine, 16, 17 balls in behind our back line and seemingly get first contact. That can't happen. We have to make sure that we anticipate that pass and we land on the first contact. And if you look at the two teams and look at when we did that and we try to spin them and turn them, they were in first contact and it's reset and the momentum's back with them and the control's back with them. So, mate, I am fuming.
We knew going into the game they were a team in form, and particularly at home, and to concede so early as well away from home always gives you that uphill battle as well.
Yeah, it does. And I'll go back to it. The nature of the goal, it's simple. And I'm shouting at Cameron Cox to drop down one. If he goes at the other side of the pitch through Tyrone to Cameron, you're out. Cameron Cox is stood in about 30 yards of space, and we don't see it. And we're playing with a lens like this and playing this side of the pitch, and when we do play through, we're playing into a press. The pass has got to be better, the ball management's got to be better. It's an absolute awful goal to give away, and jumping back on that first half, I think we score a legitimate equaliser. I think people have seen it. It's a square pass. He's onside. That also changed the whole dynamics of the game. We've had a rocky opening 20 minutes. We then get an equaliser. That might have changed the whole complex of our game plan. We might have come with a mindset today to gain a point. And we play a little bit differently, and because that goal is not given, we obviously have to keep probing and keep trying to open the pitch and trying to create chances to score.
There were chances as well as hitting the bar shortly before the break, and if that drops in, you go in level, and it's looking a lot better in the second half.
Yeah, the only pleasing things I can say is that we are still creating, but it's I said to the boys, I'm getting bored. I feel like I sound like a broken record at half time and post games in terms of both boxes. If you want to honestly review the game in the most simplistic way, the back unit haven't done their job and the top unit haven't done their job, and it's as simple as that. And there'll be things that we can look and digest and not paper over the cracks. That'd be a wrong phrase. There were some nice moments in there, but we can't be nice. We ain't going to win games if we're nice. We're not going to win games if we play a nice brand of. We have to be cutthroat in both boxes, and that's being really aggressive, really dominant, really concentrated to defend your 18-yard box with a mentality that it kills you and hurts if the opposition score. I'm ruthless in the opposite 18-yard box, and we've been in a little bit of a place of late whereby both those boxes have been nowhere near good enough.
Second goal makes it even more difficult as well, and the free kicker gets punished for giving it away in the first place.
I said from the opening day of the season, things I can't stand free kicks when people are facing away from goal, and free kicks when it's by a touchline or a byline. They're unnecessary. And at this league, people work and bank on set plays, and even anything from 35 yards onwards, you give a free kick anywhere in there, 9 times out of 10 it's coming in your box, and it's coming in your box with good quality, and it's coming in the box with height and physicality in around there, and it becomes a lottery when the ball's in around that territory at times. So it's sloppy, it's cheap. It's cheap, and I think there's times where I want the boys to get pressure on the ball, and we get there and people bundle over too easy, and the officials have to look at that. But yeah, the nature of conceding that goal, and if I'm being honest with you, as soon as he's shaping up, I thought he was going to hit it. He's going to try and score, and we've conceded 2 very, very, very poor goals tonight. I can't overly recall Booty making saves, which again is adds to my frustration in terms of the nature and the way that we've lost the game tonight.
You changed it up with going back to a back four and the three in the middle and the Wardy behind the two strikers. Did you see much from that you thought we could have got back into it?
Yeah, we had some good moments, and of course I have to take into account what are they thinking? Are they thinking that we're okay now, we're good, and we're happy to see things out, or was it a case of that we had a bit more fight and a bit more spunk in terms of trying to get on the ball and manoeuvre the ball, and the one thing, and I think we said this at the Chesterfield away game that we had a loss and a defeat, that when you have the big man, it's important that you're giving the ball with quality and around him, because he's very, very good aerially, but it's also important that you don't just load him. I think the Chesterfield one, we had opportunities where the space wasn't there to play and we tried to play into him and the space was somewhere else, and I think tonight we've got the wrong way around again. We're looking to play when there's a chance to play in and off him. Runes is playing very, very close to him. You've got Wardy and Callum Maycock in close, playing close to him and around him, and we turn it down, and my mind baffles, mate, because we don't work in that fashion in the week, and we've got to simply very, very, very quickly dust ourselves down and get ourselves prepared and ready for Barnet on Saturday.
That's the nature of the league, isn't it? A quick turnaround, and Barnet down there, but obviously fighting for their lives, and the points are there for taking for both sides.
100%, mate. You don't get an easy game at this level. There's no easy game at this level, and I think we've been caught at times this season looking at the size of clubs, the names of clubs, where people are in the league, and that's affected our mentality going, and psychology going into a game. That's got to be better. We have to make sure we control what we control, and we have a way of doing things with and without the ball, and and we've got to make sure that we're at the forefront of making sure that we are maxing out and we are at our absolute best in both those facets, with and without the ball, and we've got to get 3 points on Saturday. Simple.